Quick disclaimer, I'm going to be talking about spoilers in this review. If you have not seen this movie, I'm going to spoil it. So, there you go.
We're gonna make it through tonight, and everything is gonna be okay.
Nothing is ever going to be okay again.
Greetings, whoever this may concern, and a happy 4th of July to all you Americans out there. In celebration of today's national holiday, I am going to be reviewing the movie The Purge from 2013 to celebrate another fictional national holiday that I'm glad it is not fucking real. So the movie was written and directed by James DeMonico, and it was produced underneath Blumhouse, which Blumhouse is popular for a whole bunch of other horror movies like the Paranormal Activity franchise and many, many more. And the movie stars Ethan Hawke, Lena Headey, Adeline Kane, Ray's Wakefield, Max Burkholder, and Edwin Hodge as the Bloody Stranger. Now, when it comes to this first Purge movie, not the first Purge, which I did not even bother to see, because by that point in the series I was kind of done with it. But this first Purge, the one that came out in 2013, this one I was really excited for when I saw a trailer for it when I was in watching some other movie at the time. But I remember I specifically saw this trailer with my mom because I remember she was like, "Ooh, that one looks good. That one looks good." And my mom hardly ever says that about a movie for a trailer. So when she said that, I'm like, maybe she's right. This does look good. It has a really good premise, a really good elevator pitch. Now you know why this movie became a franchise, because of one elevator pitch that is really, really clever. 100%. It's for 12 hours, all night, all crime is legal. Let's make a movie about that. Right then and there, you got yourself not only one movie, but as you can see, an entire franchise. So that is such a rich, general idea. You can do so much with that, and which they did. But I really liked how they executed it in this first movie. It's simple, it's enclosed, and it's centering around one family rather than a group of people that we will later see in the sequels. Now, personally, if you ask me, I think The Purge should have been one movie, because you would leave the audience wanting more, honestly. It will become a cult classic, It wasn't going to be a masterpiece if it came out, right? But at least hit cult classic fame for people to be wanting and asking for more. There could have been a video game based. I mean, there still could be, but the fact that if there was only one movie, it could have been Cloverfield for a time. Before Cloverfield had its sequels. Cloverfield was such a special movie because it felt like so much could have been told, but yet they kept it so limited to what they wanted to tell. And that created atmosphere. And I feel the same way with this first Purge movie. I love how it's set in a rich people's house, like a Dr. Seuss book. It's set in a people house, and I love how it centers around the one dude that created the security system for specifically this night, the Purge. And that's Ethan Hawke's character, the father in this movie. He just comes home after, I guess, a board meeting because they just figured out that they are number one in top sellers when it comes to security systems. So he just got way richer, right? And he basically sold all of the security systems within his little gated community. And then they show later in the movie when Lena Headey's character is talking to one of the neighbors, she comes and says oh, basically the entire community paid for your extension on your house, because she was trying to show off oh, look, we just renovated our home and stuff, we added an extension. It's oh, well, we basically paid for it. And that's what the neighbor was telling her. And I love how they set that up, because spoiler alert, this movie's been out for a while. So I mean, yeah, it's been 9 years going on, maybe. So yeah, it's been a while. I love how they mentioned that in the beginning, because in the way at the end, these people end up coming back and they want to kill the family. They want to act on Purge night, So at first I love how it's oh, happy-go-lucky here and there, fake smiles all around. And then it comes out that it's they're the bigger fish in the end. We think the masked people that showed up at the lawn are the threats. No, there's always a bigger fish. If Qui-Gon Jinn taught us anything from Star Wars, there's always a bigger fish. And I love how we were teased at that a little bit in the beginning, They kind of feel used. All these rich, well-off people they have professions and stuff, They feel used because this guy just shot to the top. This family shot to the top because they're capitalizing off the Purge, Buy our security system, stay safe during the 12 hours, And so they feel used by that. And they feel well, what the fuck? It comes so easy to him, right? so let's kill him. So I thought that was pretty like funny and very satire like, and I that's like one of the few things I like about this movie. And so it's not until the kid, the son, like I don't understand why he lets this guy in. It's he lets him in, and then the people that were chasing down this dude, which we figure out is like a Marine. He doesn't flat out say he's a Marine, but if you just look at his dog tags, the dude's a Marine, right? So he lets this bloodied Marine in. He's running around. He's yelling help in this well-off gated community. I mean, first off, like why does he think like somewhere in a rich neighborhood people would help him? Like that's just what I came to terms with. I'm like, why would, like, if I was that dude, I wouldn't be going anywhere near rich neighborhoods because those are some kooky motherfuckers. I wouldn't be going to like, I would try to get to like, I don't even know, man. I would even probably like an area where I know there's a lot more people, so I can probably blend in. You could probably like escape in a bigger group of people rather than go to like a community that's quiet and well off. You become an easier target. You stand out more in that area, I think. If you're all bloody, holding yourself and you're yelling for help during the purge night, you're not really gonna. But he finds shelter when the kid opens up the security doors, and he lets him in, and that's what leads this group of people, masked people, to come knocking on their doorstep and asking for the dude. Which any other person watching this movie would probably be like, give him the fuck up, just hand him over. I don't know why you're keeping him for so long. But this dude ain't gonna go easy, right? He's on survival mode. So this dude starts running around the house, hiding in like dark corners and shit, And the one thing I don't like about this movie is that for some odd reason, like the majority of this movie, like the majority of like the third act, like the beginning of the third act, is all about, hey, let's hype up the suspense between the family and the Marine meeting each other. Throughout this whole portion, we're supposed to be on the edge of our seat, like, oh my god, don't catch him, don't kill him, and this and that, right? We're so worried about the survivor and the family coming together and creating conflict amongst each other, but yet you have such colorful characters waiting right outside. It's like, use those characters. Like they're great actors. Like the guy that plays the main henchman, the leader of them all, I guess, the leader of the masked people, Ray's Wakefield. That actor is a really great actor. Just in this little performance, like he can go there. If you want him to go sadistic, this guy can go sadistic, and it doesn't feel a little animated. Like this guy is the most likable character in this film, and that's another problem I have with it. The characters aren't really that likable, in my opinion. Like none of them are. It's like, okay, here and there, right? Because Ethan Hawke's character is like, oh, I'm for the purge, and then he's like, no, I'm not for the purge. So he's like really wishy-washy, in that manner, and the daughter don't like that, and we see that the daughter is annoyed by that fact, but that doesn't really go anywhere. Oh, and by the way, the boyfriend in this movie fucking sucked, dude. Like his character like had no purpose to be in this movie whatsoever. Like if his character was out of the movie would not be any different. It's not better with him in it. It felt really stupid. Like I don't understand why he wanted to go after the father. I'm just going on a rant now, but I'm just like, I just don't understand why he wanted to kill the father. Why? Because he didn't want his daughter to be with him because he was too old. Like, because he's like, oh, you're too old for her and stuff like that. I mean, if that was the only reason why he wanted to kill Ethan Hawke, is because, hey, I can't bang your daughter. I mean, that's not a reason, dude. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find like, oh, that's like that's an understand. That's not really an understandable reason. It's like, you were already in the bedroom spending time with her already, and you stopped that to go and look for the dad, Ethan Hawke. Like, I can't have no sympathy for you right now, man. I can't even root for you to go and kill Ethan Hawke, because if you, dude, like you got no right. Like I don't understand that. And plus, maybe if they would have linked him to the rich community, like, oh, he's a son of like one of the neighbors, and then he knew that they were going to purge on that house. Maybe he wanted to get first dibs, and he's like, all right, I'll sneak into the girls' room and work my way there, and I'll get to the father that way, and I'll shoot him point blank. No, that wasn't even the case. They didn't even link it back to him. Like, literally after Ethan Hawke shoots the boyfriend, because he starts bleeding out, he shoots him, like, in the gut or something, and he starts bleeding out and he dies, nothing is ever mentioned of the boyfriend ever again. Like, I thought, like, maybe, towards the end, the other people from the gated community come around, the neighbors, and they're like, and one of the women's like, oh my god, that's my son, you killed my son, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch, right? So, it's like, that would have been better to see at the end, to really tie in, like, oh, why was the boyfriend there, but it really didn't. The boyfriend was kind of a waste of time. Yeah, I don't know why the boyfriend was there. It would have been better if the boyfriend maybe tried to protect the family. Nah, listen, because we need more likable characters, and we already got a likable character as a villain. So we need a likable character as a hero. You know, the dad was wishy-washy here and there. The mother just felt like a very plain character, despite being portrayed by a great actress. This role just had no depth for this character. You know, the mother just felt like, I'm the mom. You know, that's it. And I get scared by my creepy son. You know, the son, he marked down his heart rate for some odd fucking reason, because I guess he has like that bad of anxiety that he just marks down, like he wants to keep track of his own heart rate to see if he's gonna die any minute. I don't know what that whole thing was, because they didn't really bring it back. They brought it back when he was watching all the security cameras and his heart rate started going up because he started getting like disturbed and scared. But other than that, the heart rate thing never played into a factor in the rest of the movie. So why did you feel the need to show us that? Yeah, that kid did nothing good. Like, that kid was just like the main reason why all this shit goes down. Like, if anything, blame that fucking kid. Like, there was I guess you could blame the sister as well, because her boyfriend was cuckoo. But I mean, like, I don't know. It's like if the son just stayed put and did something else for the night, all they had to do was worry about the boyfriend. But if the boyfriend was a hero, I come back to this. Sorry, I'm ranting now because I was just like, this movie could have been good, but it wasn't. If the boyfriend was a hero and he decides to help out the family because he wants to impress the parents because he's in love with the daughter, that could have been a great thing. You know, now we have someone to root for, you know. But I just wish the boyfriend had some purpose. If you're going to put some character in your story, gotta have purpose, man. Just gotta have purpose. You just can't add it in there to have a higher kill count. If you want to be like a slasher or horror movie, you just can't like, oh, I want to kill off people, but we can't kill off the entire family. So we got to have some pointless secondary character, like a boyfriend. Get him in there, you know. What makes him unique? He's crazy. He's gonna try to kill him. All right, but I feel like the boyfriend could have been like a good guy in the beginning, and then we know we care for him. Then when he actually maybe he does die, that would have been a heart-wrenching death, right? Movies got to get you, and when they get you like that, it's like, oh, that's so messed up. And to a first-time viewer, that would be like, oh, what the hell, you know? So it's like, gotta make you feel something. And I think that would have been a perfect opportunity if the boyfriend character played that. But other than that, I do like that hero moment that the Marine has at the end. I had a feeling that he was gonna come, because they didn't really kill him off. So I'm like, all right, he might come back, because I was doing a little head count. I'm like, he's still around, so I think he might come back and do something. But so to my surprise, he did, and I was really excited. Yeah, and that's cool that he's in a couple of the sequels. That character and that same actor is in, I think, 2 more of the sequels. So I thought that was pretty good that they brought him back to really loop it back around to the first one. But those are on the sequels. That's later on. For right now, after this rant, sorry, I just went on there. I'm gonna rate this film. This film has a great concept. As you can see, they modeled an entire franchise off of it, and I was really excited for this movie. But when I came out of it, I'm like, oh, that was, it was fun, but it could have been better, you know. One thing I did like was the kills. Some of the kills and the fight choreography was pretty cool, like Ethan Hawke's kill towards the end where he was like killing all of them and stuff. So with the rating, I have to give this film, I don't know. What would I rate this film? This is, I'd probably give it 3 stars. Is 3 stars too generous? I think maybe 3 might be too generous. Let's cut that in half. 2.5 stars, because I did like some of the kills in this. Ethan Hawke's kills in particular, where he comes back with the axe and gets him in the back, was really, really cool. But some of the effects with the gunshots looked a little fake. They looked a little animated. So I really wish they kind of went practical. Maybe practical was too much money. Who knows? I don't know. I wasn't there. But with that being said, it's 2.5 stars. It's a fun time. It's a fun movie, but you gotta like disconnect from reality a little bit when it comes to this. It's a fun movie, but you gotta disconnect from reality and just kind of go with it as a ride, you know, to kind of enjoy it. I have fun with it when I first watched it, but when I rewatched it now, I noticed a lot of flaws, and some of the flaws I noticed back then, and they still hold, so it's not just my memory being foggy. So yes, that is it for today. Thank you so much for listening to the end. If you did, please like, share, subscribe to support me in this little fun side project I do. And with that being said, I hope you're all safe and well out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and let me know what you think of this movie down below. Take care.